This conference will now be recorded.
So up to yesterday, what I told, yesterday what we are discussing, we discussed what is the difference between SR incident. We discussed difference between SR incident and problem. Problem అంటే ఏంటి, ఇన్సిడెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి, SR అంటే ఏంటి చెప్పాం. SR అంటే ఏంటంటే యూజర్ రైజ్ చేస్తాడు, యూజర్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ రైజ్డ్ అండ్ ఇట్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ ఎనీ సర్వర్ ఆర్ ఇట్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి ఎనీ, ఇట్స్ a request like user addition, file system creation or etc. An incident ante it is something happened, some problem someone is facing, okay, some problem like unable to log in, server down, or file system full, etc. It can be, it is definitely user raised manual process, and it can be automate or it can be manual also. User can be raised or can be automate. Incident means can be automate, automatical గా రావచ్చు లేదా manually రైజ్ అవ్వచ్చు. ఓకే, సో ప్రాబ్లం టికెట్ ఈస్ మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్. మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఒక ఇన్సిడెంట్ హ్యాపెన్ అయితే, ఇఫ్ వన్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ multiple times, you need to do root cause analysis. Then for that you need to raise a problem ticket. Okay, so problem ticket ante adi. Then one more thing, we have one more type is a change request. Change request means, for example, you yesterday I told Pradeep will raise a file system creation and all. We are going to discuss that topic only. So you need to do something changes in server, inside the server you need to do some changes which is causing major things. For example, file system creation, you want to reboot a server or you want to patch a server, or you need to do some changes in a hardware, you need to bring down the server. So all these changes which are going to do, you need to raise a change request. Change request is a process which is a schedule అయి ఉండిద్దండి, scheduled thing. So time undidi, time ee time lo we need to do change, we need to take approval, we need to go with the cab change advisory board అని ఒకటి ఉండిద్దండి, CAB, change advisory board. Okay, if you raise a change request, it will go to cab and they will discuss about this change request, at what time you have scheduled, whether it is possible or not, whether is there any other changes already requested for that so and so time. So all these things will be discussed in this meeting. This is one meeting. Cab means one meeting, change advisory board. Okay, so one every changes which has been raised on that particular week, they will discuss and they will approve. Okay, they will discuss and they will approve or reject. If it is no problem with your change, no much impact, nothing happened, then they will approve. If it is something clashes, something problem is going to get, then they will deny and they will give you their comments. క్యాబ్ లో ఎవరెవరు ఉంటారంటే అండి, చేంజ్ మేనేజర్ అండ్ all team members. For example, application team, ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ టీమ్. అప్లికేషన్ టీమ్ అంటే మన సర్వర్ లో ఏ అప్లికేషన్స్ రన్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఓకే, అప్లికేషన్ టీమ్. ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ టీమ్ లో ఎవరెవరైతే ఉన్నారో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ స్టోరేజ్ టీమ్, డేటాబేస్ టీమ్, వాళ్ళందరూ ఉంటారు. సో ఈ సర్వర్ ఎవరిదో ఓనర్ ఉంటాడు, సర్వర్ ఓనర్ విల్ బి దేర్. సో ఎవ్రీ వన్ విల్ బి come in one place, one conference call. They will discuss about this change and they will, if no problem, nothing going to be happen, then they will approve. Okay, that is change request. So now we got total 4 types of tickets in ITSM. ITSM అంటే నేను చెప్పాను ఒక టికెటింగ్ టూల్, ఏదైనా వచ్చు, రెమెడీ or service now, anything. So in this we are going to have SR, we are going to have incident, we are going to have problem, we are going to have change request. Okay, ఇవన్నీ మీకు తెలియాలండి. You need to know all these things, all terms. Okay, real time lo these terms which we are going to use more: SR, service request, INC, incident, problem ticket, change, CR, change request, CRQ అంటారు, change request, CR అనొచ్చు, CRQ అనొచ్చు, change request. That full form is change request. Okay, yeah, that's all about this ticketing part. We'll discuss more when we are going to discuss one ticketing tool. Okay, ticketing tool చెప్పేటప్పుడు నేను మళ్ళీ వీటి గురించి మళ్ళీ క్లియర్ గా చెప్తా. ఓకేనా? Then coming to actual topic, today our topic is, I have one server. Inside that, one database is running. Database is Oracle database. Okay, this Oracle database required one file system slash data01. Okay, he need one file system. This Oracle database required slash data01 file system with 5 GB space, and owner and group ownership for this file system is, owner should be Oracle user and group will be database user, database group. Okay, there is a group should be database and there is a user should be Oracle, and one file system need to be created, data01 5 GB. Okay, 5 GB file system కావాలి నాకు. Okay, so who requested this? As I told you yesterday, Pradeep. He's from database team, he's a database guy, database admin. He requested one SR for me. He raised one SR for me. SR number might be like this. Okay, I got this request. Hey, Unix team, he will send this request to Unix team, like how, like us. Okay, Unix team kochindi. Okay, hey guys, I have raised a ticket. I need one file system, data01, which size is 5 GB, and the owner of this directory, this mount point should be Oracle database. Okay, I need a file system with 5 GB space on this server information also he will mention, and server. Okay, నా సర్వర్ అయిందండి 192.134. Sorry, 192 192 168 134.1. ఇక్కడ మనం just we are talking about IP address, but their server names will be there. Okay, for example, that server name is data db server 01 అనుకోండి అలా. So they will mention the server name. We need to log in into this server. Okay, so the ticket will be like this. Okay guys, this ticket I have raised, I put this information inside this ticket. Go ahead and do. Okay, as a Unix person, you will take the ticket. Okay, Unix admin will take the ticket and he will make the ticket. This will be in assigned state. When we got this will be in assigned state, and we will convert that assigned state into in progress. In progress means we started working. Okay, in progress loki తీసుకుంటామండి. In progress loki తీసుకొని first what we need to do, we need to log in this server. Okay, okay, let me log in into this server. Okay, this is my server. I have login. Let me log in from starting. I will. Okay, I got a ticket. I am having this information. I need to log in into this server. Okay, login. Now I need to check whether this file system is available or not. Okay, this file system data01 available or not. So file system ante enti, first of all మీకు ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ అంటే కూడా ఏంటో కూడా తెలియదు కాబట్టి let me tell you that thing. First, what is file system? File system means it's a collection of files and directories. Okay, file system means it's a logical collection of files and directories. Okay, related files and directories అనుకోవచ్చండి. Logical collection of related files and directories. Example, related అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నానండి, పైన on top Pradeep told Oracle DB, the owner should be Oracle DB. So this is relation, Oracle database file systems, related files, directories అన్ని ఒక ప్లేస్ లో పెట్టుకుంటాం, ఆ ప్లేస్ డేటా జీరో అని. సో ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ is a place where you can keep all related files and directories. Okay, database related files and directories we are keeping here, or some application related files and directories we are keeping here. So we are keeping one related files and directories, some related files and directories in a place. That place can be a file system. Okay, that place can be a file system. And another definition for the file system is, a file system is set of inodes, depending on your size. Okay, what is this inodes and what is this depending on size? What Pradeep told, I need 5 GB space, I need a 5 GB space. Okay, if you take, yesterday I told you C drive, D drive, like that. Okay, C drive, D drive. So D drive, C drive automatically ga vastadi ikkada root file system related. So D drive you need to create one additional file system, you need to create like a D drive, you need to partition. You can take this 5 GB as this request, you can take this as a 5 GB, and once you take this 5 GB you will run some commands to create a file system. Creation of file system means this is a raw disk andi. Okay, at present, until you create a partition until you create a file system, this will be a raw disk. Raw disk means it won't allow you to save anything. This will be raw. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా పెన్ డ్రైవ్ కొన్నారండి, పెన్ డ్రైవ్ లో when we create a pen drive in starting, it won't allow until you format it. Okay, you need to right click it, you need to format it, right? What do you mean by format? Format means whenever you buy a pen drive, it come as a raw space. When you run format command, what it will do inside, it will erase that raw ni తీసేసి it will create something inside your pen drive. Okay, what something inside your pen drive? It will create some inodes depending on the size. It will create some inodes. Inode means it will give some numbers and numbers depending on your size. Each number is responsible to take one file or a directory. Okay, one file or a directory. If you create one file inside your pen drive, so from this number it will give you one number to your file, one inode, directory, one inode, one more file, one inode, like that it will keep on giving. Okay, why we need these inodes? Inode is responsible to keep your file information, file info or directory info, to read it by kernel. ఓకే, సో అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? ఓకే, నేను డైరెక్టరీ అని మీకు యూనిక్స్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ చెప్పానండి. లెట్ మీ షో దట్ వన్స్ అగైన్. యూనిక్స్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్, yeah, this is Unix architecture, right? So you are into shell. Everything which you enter, cd command, cat command, vi command, and cat hyphen command, cat double greater than, cat single greater than, everything you will be enter into shell prompt, right? So whenever you enter something into shell prompt, that will go to kernel, right? that will go to kernel to process. So for example, I enter one thing. There is one file, cat my file. Okay, cat my file. I enter into shell. Shell send this request to kernel. What kernel will do? Kernel could not understand what is my file ID. Kernel is not going to understand what is this my file name. It won't understand anything my file name. It will understand respective inode. Okay, so you sent an cat my file open. I want to read this my file. Hey kernel, I want to read this my file. What is inside of my file? Can you please display for me? You are sending this instruction to kernel. What kernel will do? Kernel is not going to understand your file name. Kernel is going to understand respective inode of that file. Okay, so that file inode may be 38444446. So it will open this file. Okay, what kernel will do? It will understand cat 38444446. It will open for you and it will display that information. Okay, that information it will display in zeros, ones, zeros, ones, zeros, ones. So it will display like that, and your shell will convert that encoded format into decoded, and it will display what is the content of your file. Okay, forget about this part. Just concentrate on this. What kernel will understand? Kernel will understand the inode numbers. It will take your request, it will convert your file name into inode number. It will open like this and it will display the content of your file. That is what inode number is. Inode number is for to understand the kernel. Normally మనం చిన్నప్పుడు చదువుకున్నామండి, కంప్యూటర్ will understand numbers only. Computer is not going to understand what is names, what is uh, for example, you created some directory named as my directory. It won't understand what is my directory. It will understand inode number only. Okay, so inode number is for that. Okay, inode number to read your kernel, to read your kernel. So now coming to file system concept once again. So now the file system is, if you create a 5 GB file system, it means you are logically collecting 5 GB of inodes. Okay, 5 GB of inodes. Then whenever you format your pen drive, if it is a 32 GB pen drive, kernel will place those many inodes, inside your directory, inside your mount point. Okay, okay, now I have taken one hard disk. Now I created one partition of 5 GB. Now what is mount point? Okay, I created this hard disk. I can't use directly this 5 GB. I need some door, and door to enter this inodes. Door need to enter to access this inodes. Okay, that door is called mount point. The door is called mount point. So what is mount point? Pradeep request data 01. Okay, you need to create these inodes of 5 GB and you need to put some door to access. That door is called as mount point. Now you understood what is file system. File system is, first you need to create respective space 5 GB and you need to run 5 GB respective 5 GB we created, means we created a raw space, and that raw space we need to create inodes on top of that. So raw space create చేయటాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే అండి పార్టిషన్ చేయటం. ఓకే, అండ్ ఆ రా స్పేస్ లో inodes క్రియేట్ చేయటాన్ని ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ క్రియేట్ చేయటం. ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ need to be create. Then that raw space is converted into with inodes. First, it is a completely raw space. It won't allow you to create any files or directories. You converted that raw space into file system. And then how to use this file system? You need to keep a door. Keep a door. So to keep a door, you need to mount it. Mount. You need to create a mount point. You need to keep a door for this with data 01. And once it is done, okay, let me put in proper way. First, login into server, login. Okay, login అయిపోయాను. Then check whether data01 is present or not. That command is to check all the file system df-h. We'll discuss more about this command. Okay, just concentrate first. df-h is a command to check all the file systems. Okay, then next is data01 is present or not. We will check. If it is not present, what we are going to do, we need to check whether hard disk is present or not. We need to check hard disk. Okay, like we are having a hard disk of 256 GB in our laptop, so we need to check same in Linux server also. Do we have enough hard disk to create this 5 GB file system? Okay, we need to check. If we are having, we need to create a partition. Okay, if yes, then create a partition. If no, then request for hard disk. Request for hard disk. Create partition. Okay. If no, request for hard disk to storage team. Storage team is responsible to give LUNs and okay, LUNs or hard disk, anything. Okay. Request for storage team. Storage team will give you requested disk. Okay. Then create a partition. If space is available, come and create a partition. If space is not available, request hard disk for a storage team. Storage team will give you, then create a partition. Okay. Once you create a partition, create partition means I am telling raw disk. Okay. Once partition is completed, then create a file system. Create a file system means create a inodes. Okay. Inodes. Once it is done, keep a door. Keep a door. Keep a door means create one directory and relate, put that directory as a door of this file system. Then change of ownership. What is Pradeep requirement? Ownership should be Oracle and DB, right? So change of ownership of this directory and tell to Pradeep. Pradeep will be use this file system, data01 file system. So cd data01 and వెళ్తాడు లోపలికి, he will be access your created inodes and he can be able to create a files, he can be able to create a directories. Okay, this is how you need to perform the respective SR to create file system. Okay, now we'll do this practicals. Come with me and let's see how we can do. Now I have logged into server. Now the first command, see this, I have logged into server. Now I need to run this command df-h. I need to see whether data01 request chesadu. I need to see is it already present or not. Let me go to server. Let me run df-h. See, data01 is not present. Data01 is not present in the server. Okay. Now I need to check. So what is my next requirement? I need to check, okay, 5 GB he requested. Do I have a space? To check this, the command is fdisk-l. fdisk-l. It will display all the hard disk or virtual disks information. See, ఇక్కడ మనం disks information ఎలా చూస్తామండి? Windows SD లోకి వెళ్తే లేదా my PC లోకి వెళ్తే it will display here one disk. Okay, what is my disk size? Here it's clearly showing 100 GB and 475 is already used. 100 GB disk undi, 475, 500 GB disk andi naadi, idi 512 GB disk. 512 GB disk లో నాకు 100 GB ఫ్రీ ఉందండి. సేమ్ అలాగే ఇక్కడ ఇవన్నీ చూపిస్తున్నాయి. ఇవి ఈచ్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్స్ లో నేను ఎంత వాడుకున్నాను, ఎంత ఫ్రీగా ఉందో చూపిస్తుంది. ఐ వాంట్ టు సీ what are all the disks are present. Okay, these are all file systems and these are all not disks. One disk may be created all file systems, partitions చేసి క్రియేట్ చేసి ఉండొచ్చు. నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను, ఒక డిస్క్ లో మనం సి పార్టిషన్ డి పార్టిషన్ ఎలా చేయొచ్చు విండోస్ లో, అలాగే లైనెక్స్ లో కూడా ఒక డిస్క్ ని పార్టిషన్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఐ నీడ్ టు టెస్ట్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ డిస్క్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఓకే, for that the command is lsblk, list block devices, lsblk. Let me run this command. See, I have one disk names should be in like this format in Linux. Okay, I have a disk sda of size 500 GB. On top of that, these many partitions happen. The first partition name is sda1. So this is one disk and C drive, D drive, F drive, L drive, something like that partitions. Here my partitions are, my disk name is sda1, sdf disk name. On top of that disk we have created these many partitions. Now if you see, this 500 GB is already used, 236 GB and 254 GB. This already used. I don't have space to use. Okay, and one more command you need to run, vg display. Okay, vgs, no vgs, nothing. Okay, so there is no vgs concept here. Now as of now we are going to create a normal file system. Okay, so lvm చెప్పేటప్పుడు what is vg ఇవన్నీ చెప్తాను నేను. ఫస్ట్ concentrate how to create a file system, normal file system, not a lvm file system, nothing. It's a normal file system in Linux. Okay, now see, there is a 500 GB disk is already there, but there is no space here. If you see, 236 is using by root, 254 GB is using by my home. I don't have space in 500 GB. I need to request. Now if you see this, you see this diagram, I came to here, I checked for the hard disk. This hard disk is not having space, so here the no will come. Now storage team will came into picture. Storage team ki oka mail cheyalandi. We will send an email, boss, I got one SR to create one file system, but I checked no space is available. Then please create a space. Then what you need to do, you need to send this SR to storage team, or you need to raise a new SR. You are also requesting something kadandi, so new SR write చేస్తారు, or same SR ని reroute to storage team కి పంపిస్తారు. ఓకేనా, new SR అయినా రైస్ చేస్తారు, or existing SR ని storage team కి పంపిస్తారు. Same, so storage team will go to storage frames, they will create one disk for you. Let me do that for you. మనం ఇక్కడ చేయాలంటే మనకి యాక్చువల్ గా సర్వర్ డౌన్ చేసుకోవాల్సిందే. సర్వర్ డౌన్ చేసుకోకుండా మనకి ఒక డిస్క్ రాదు. సో లెట్ మీ ట్రై దిస్. ఈ సర్వర్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఇట్ ఈస్ మై సర్వర్ సెట్టింగ్స్ స్టోరేజ్. నౌ హియర్ మై ఆప్షన్స్ ఈస్ డిజేబుల్డ్. లెట్ మీ, ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి, యూ నీడ్ టు డూ దిస్ వైల్ డూయింగ్ ప్రాక్టికల్స్ ఆల్సో. లెట్ మీ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సర్వర్ init 5. రియల్ టైమ్ లో ఇలా ఉండదండి, స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ చేయం మనం సర్వర్. We are not going to shut down server. This work which I am going to do right now, this work is going to take care by storage team. This is for practical purpose I am showing. We need to turn off the server and we need to assign one disk. Power off. Okay, power off అయిపోయింది. Now go here, settings, storage, ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి controller SATA అని ఉంది కదా, select this. Here there is one thing, plus add optical drive. Okay, add optical drive, and one more option is add hard disk. Add optical drive, add hard disk. Optical drive is nothing but your VDI or మనం ఇది CentOS మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం when we are going to install software or software. So select this. We need a hard drive, right? Select hard drive and you need to create one hard drive. Okay, to create it, here one command, one symbol is create. ఇక్కడ VDI వర్చువల్ హార్డ్ డిస్క్ ఏదో ఉందండి. సెలెక్ట్ PHD disk, next, and dynamically allocated fixed size. Take it is fixed size, next, and size. Okay, size can be 100 GB, 500 GB depending on your request. But what is your request right now? 5 GB only. What Pradeep requested 5 GB. Normal ga manam 500 GB, 1 terabyte ala తీసుకుంటాం అండి real time lo. We will take 500 GB or 1 terabyte like that. As of now I am taking 8 GB. Create. It will take some time. Yeah, it's created now. Now I need to select it. Okay, so this is my new disk which I have created. Choose అనగానే ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసింది చూడండి. Okay, now I need to say okay. Now if you see here, it will display here also. You come down, see here it is displaying SATA port 1. Here it's displaying normal 8 GB disk has been assigned. కనిపిస్తుందండి? Everyone able to see this? Normal 8 GB. Everyone able to see? Yes, right? Yeah, okay. So now let me go to server now. This session has been disabled because I power off chesanu. Let me turn on the server. Okay, normal start.
हेलो।
Yeah, Amit.
अभी सर्वर पावर ऑफ करने के बाद ही हम अलोकेट कर सकते हैं क्या
As
स्पेस?
per practical purpose, yes, we need to do. But मैं वही बोल रहा है ना, रियल टाइम में ये पावर ऑफ नहीं होगा. पावर ऑफ
ओके ओके,
बिल्कुल
रियल
नहीं
टाइम में
होगा.
कर
ओके,
सकते
रियल टाइम में पावर ऑफ नहीं होगा. दैट विल बी टेकिंग केयर बाय स्टोरेज टीम. रियल टाइम में कैसे होता है, लेट मी शो दिस. पहले इसको इंटरनेट कनेक्ट करने दो. रेड हैट. ओके, सो मैं क्या बोल रहा है, रियल टाइम में कैसे होता है. एग्जाम्पल एक सर्वर है. ओके, यही सर्वर है, अपना सर्वर है. सर्वर को बैकग्राउंड में स्टोरेज स्विचेस रहता है. ओके, स्टोरेज स्विचेस स्विच, एंड ये स्टोरेज स्विच को एलोकेट होता है आपका स्टोरेज. this is completely your storage frames. Oh, okay, so what storage admin do, storage admin will go and allocate your 500 GB and he is responsible to present that disk. What I did 8 GB disk, what I did, the complete work, this complete work will be done by storage team. Okay, storage team will assign one disk for you and they will connect that disk to your server. So that time server is not required to power off. In real time server is not going to be power off. Okay, in real time it's not the case. In practical purpose I did power off because my Oracle VM VirtualBox is not going to allow me to create a 8 GB hard disk or 500 GB hard disk, any hard disk without power off. But in real time it's not going to be happen. That's what I told you. Here if yes, create a partition. If no, send this ticket to storage team. Storage team will give you partition, means one disk for you. What I did as of now, 8 GB disk నేను తీసుకున్నాను కదా. So they will create one disk for you and they will assign to your server. It's not required any power off or power on, nothing required. Okay,
Okay.
don't forget this. Power off is not required to create any disk. Okay, now
Okay.
I have created this disk. Let me log in into server once again. Now let me run this command lsblk. See this, I got one additional disk of 8 GB. Previously, let me show that command output. See here, see, just check here. I have only SDA disk, right? I have only SDA disk of 500 GB. Now let me see this. I have one more disk SDB also with my 8 GB, okay, which I created. LSBLK, I have previously this disk, and now I am having this disk, okay, SDB. Now come to our diagram. Now I got this disk. ఇక్కడ 5 GB space కావాలి, నాకు disk వచ్చింది. Now I need to create this raw partition of 5 GB. 5 GB గా ప్రదీప్ అడిగింది. So I need to create a partition on top of that. Let me create a partition. To create a partition, the command is fdisk the disk of you. So every disk is represent like this, dev sdb. dev1 ఇవ్వాలండి, device, it is device, so you need to pass like this, dev sdb. Okay, let me run this command. Now it is asking command what you want to do on top of this disk. Okay, you need to do partition. You need to do partition. You need to run first m for help. So it will display what are all the things which you can do on top of the disk. Okay, you can toggle a bootable flag, edit bsd table, disk label. You can do all these things. So what is our work now? I need to create a partition. Okay, I need to create a partition. First, print partition table. Is there any additional partitions are there? To see that p is the command, no partitions is available. Now here it is showing empty. Here it is showing empty, means no partition, since it is a new disk for us. Okay, if I see existing disk, let me take existing disk, let me print this. See here, it is having already many partitions on top of this. Okay, same in lsblk also you can able to see here sda1 sda1 sda2 sda3. Same here also it's showing same thing, sda1 sda2. So now my concentration should be on sdb. I take this fdisk with the dev sdb, and if I print, nothing is there. Now let me go back. See here how to create a partition. See, this n is representing me add a new partition. Okay, add a new partition. Now I need to run n. Then it's asking me, there are two types of partition, and each and every hard disk can have two partitions, partition types. One is a primary partition, E is for extended partition, P is for primary partition, E is an extended partition. So primary partition, extended partition, forget about all these things. What all these things, forget. So what you need to do, whenever you are going to create a first partition on any hard disk, select that one as a primary partition. Okay, the theory of Linux is saying each and every hard disk can have 4 primary partitions. Okay, each and every hard disk can have 4 primary partitions and any number of extended partitions. See here, primary 4, extended any, ఇక్కడ number ఏమీ లేదు చూడండి. So extended can be any. So what it means, it's a waste of time actually, confusion అవుతారు. Even if you want, I will tell what is primary partition, what is an extended partition, I will tell, but don't get confused. So first time you are selecting the primary partition, so p, just run p to create a partition, and partition of, to create a partition n, and to make that partition as a primary, so just select p. Okay, So partition number it is asking, and partition number, you are creating a first partition, nothing is there here. Okay, so you are creating first partition, give number 1 and it asking size, first sector size. First sector size by default 1024 sectors are reserved for something, master boot record ani avani ivani ayo untai. So forget about that, take it as a default. Okay, 2048. I'm just entering this, it has been taken, see, using default value 2048. And now see, last sector size అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి how much size you want to create. Our size is 5 GB కదండి, మన సైజ్ ఎంత అండి, మనం క్రియేట్ చేయాల్సిన పార్టీషన్ సైజ్ is 5 GB. Let me select that 5 GB. Now see here, it's saying last sector plus sectors or plus size in KBs, MBs, GBs it's saying. So what I need to give, plus 5G. ఇక్కడ నాకు 5 GB కావాలి, so it's saying you can give like this, ఇలా ఇవ్వండి అని చెప్తుంది. GBs లో సైజ్ కావాలన్నా, KBs లో సైజ్ కావాలన్నా, MBs లో సైజ్ కావాలన్నా, it's saying plus size in this format. Okay, now I am giving plus 5 GB. Let me run this. Now let me print. P అంటే print కదండి, ఇక్కడ print చేస్తే see here, I have one partition, starting sector size is this, ending sector size is this, and this is my partition. Partition has been created. Now partition create అయిందండి, partition create అయితే దీన్ని పర్మనెంట్ చేయాలి నేను. ఓకే, నేను ఇప్పుడు క్విట్ చేసి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తే పర్మనెంట్ అవ్వదు. I need to make this permanent. Okay, to make this, let me see this, let me show you this also. Now I have created, I came out. Okay, I came out without saving, without running. To come out from this prompt, q is a command. Okay, so now let me see once again, p, where is my partition? It's gone, because I didn't make it permanent. To make it permanent, let me go to once again, n is create a new partition, p is select a primary partition, and the first partition which I am going to create, and the default value it is taking 2048, and plus 5 GB, I need a 5 GB size. Now I display this partition. Now how to make it permanent? To make it permanent, w means come top. See here, what is w? Write table to disk and exit. Whatever partition which you created, that should be make it permanent. Okay, here you are passing just your requirements, and just your requirements you are passing, so it is going to create అని చెప్తుంది. So to make it create, you need to run w, then w, see this, calling ioctl to reread the partition table, syncing disk. It is done, the partition has been altered. The partition has been altered. Previously, if you run q command, see here, if you run q command, nothing is happened here. But if you run w here, what it is saying, the partition table has been altered, calling ioctl, sync disk has been. Now let me see this n. Oh, sorry, not n, wait, here I need to see p. See here, my partition has been created. Okay, my partition has been created. Now where I am in this my diagram, I came up to here, the raw disk has been created for me up to here. This 5 GB has been created for me. Now I need to convert this 5 GB raw disk into inode table. It means I need to create file system on top of that. I need to create inodes on top of that. Okay, how to create inodes? The command is mkfs dot xfs అంటే ఏంటి, ఇవన్నీ రేపు చెప్తాను. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ దిస్ mkfs dot xfs. You need to pass this, you need to pass your partition. Okay, just pass this, just enter. See, it is created your partitions, it is created your, it is converted your partition into inodes. Okay, it is converted your partition into inodes table. Okay, now it is converted. So coming to our diagram, this has been completed. Now you need to keep gate door for it. Okay, you need to mount it. Let me mount it. First I need to check whether my directory is available or not. ls-ld/data01. Is it available? No, it's not available. So what I need to do, mkdir/data01. I have created cd data/data01. Let me enter into this ls-ltr. Nothing is there. df-h. So to see this directory is belongs to which file system, to see this df-h dot is a command. It is a part of root, and now it is a part of root directory. Now you need to keep this directory as a door for this partition. Okay, how to do this? First come out of this, then run mount -t xfs/dev sda1. So this is your partition space. So what is the door need to be put? /data01. Okay, now what you did, you gave the link. This is your partition and you will be door for it. Okay, now let me see df-h. Now see this data01. Where is data01? cd data01 df-h dot. See now what it is saying. Oh, why it is mounted on? Okay, no, తప్పించానండి. da01 ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నాను, db01 కదా, sdb2 sdb1 కదా నేను తీసుకోవాల్సింది. సారీ, నేను ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న మిస్టేక్ చేశాను. చూడండి ఆ మిస్టేక్ ఏంటో. లెట్ మీ షో దిస్ మిస్టేక్. I created partition on top of this, but what I did, I mounted sda1 mount చేశానండి. It is a wrong thing, right? So you mount చేయటం అంటే లింక్ తీసేయటం అండి. cd you mount. Okay, now I need to mount -t xfs sdb01 అండి నేను తీసుకోవాల్సింది. sdb1 నేను తీసుకోవాల్సింది, కానీ నేను రాంగ్ గా తీసుకున్నాను. నా డిస్క్ ఏంటండి ఇక్కడ sdb1. ఓకే, this one sdb1. let me take this sdb1 space /data01. now let me see this df-h. see here sdb1 with 5 GB and it is the door of this. Now enter into this door. Okay, now ls-ltr. nothing is there. So what are all the file systems, what are all the files or directories which are going to create inside this? It is going to create inside of this space, okay. What are all the files or directories are going to create inside this data01? everything is going to create on this partition. Now Pradeep request has been fulfilled. Is it fulfilled? Let me see ls-ld this data01. but what he said, I need Oracle and DB. ownership also need to be changed, right? So for that you need to run ch own oracle/db/data01. it's saying invalid user Oracle, invalid group database. So now create user add Oracle, but group also not present, right? group add db. okay, now user mod -g db Oracle మనం నార్మల్ గా క్రియేట్ చేసామండి. Oracle is not a member of database group, right? grep db Oracle, grep db in etc group. డేటాబేస్ గ్రూప్ క్రియేట్ అయింది. ఒరాకిల్ యూజర్ చూడండి, ఈ డేటాబేస్ గ్రూప్ ఐడి ఎంతండి 557 సి ఒరాకిల్ యూజర్ గ్రెప్ ఒరాకిల్ etc passwd. సి హియర్ 55556 వచ్చిందండి. ఇది ఈ గ్రూప్ కి లేదు. సో నౌ యూ నీడ్ టు చేంజ్ యూజర్ mod -g 5557 oracle. Now let's see. Then this oracle user is present to database group, right? మీరు నిన్న మొన్న యూజర్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ చెప్పుకునేటప్పుడు ఇది మాట్లాడుకున్నామండి. హౌ టు మోడిఫై వన్ యూజర్, హౌ టు యాడ్ వన్ యూజర్ ఇంటూ ఏ గ్రూప్. నౌ వాట్ ఐ డిడ్, I added this oracle user into database group. Okay, now let me change the file system ownership. ch own oracle db /data 01 ls-ld /data 01. Now this has been fulfilled. Okay, and df-h /data 01, this also has been fulfilled. Now the Pradeep request entire thing has been fulfilled. What he need a 5 GB file system with the data 01. Yeah, I have created a 5 GB file system and I have mounted on data 01, and he need owner and group ownership with Oracle database. Okay, now see, this has been completely created. Coming to our diagram, this has been completely created. Now what you need to do, you need to update this SR. You need to update this SR with this information. What you need to put, example notepad తీసుకుంటున్నా నేను. Treat this like a your ticketing tool అండి. My SR number is 000037852 సంథింగ్ ఉంది. ఓకే, ఈ SR ఓపెన్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ వర్క్ లాగ్స్ అని ఉంటాయండి. వర్క్ లాగ్స్కి వెళ్ళండి. put this information like this. Hi Pradeep, as requested I have created 5 GB file system on server name, okay, and gave ownership to Oracle DB. Then put this information and close this. అయిపోయింది, SR అయిపోయింది, ఇంకా క్లోజ్ చేసేయటమే. క్లోజ్ చేసేస్తే then you have finished entire Pradeep request. సో యూ ఫినిష్డ్, అయిపోయింది. ఇంకా ఈ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే వెళ్ళి ఈ విల్ చెక్ సేమ్ కమాండ్ df-h కమాండ్ చూసుకుంటాడు, 5 GB ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ ఉందా లేదా, ls-ld చూసుకుంటాడు. ఓకే, ఇది నాకు ఓనర్షిప్ ఉందా లేదా. Then he will continue his work. He will try to create a files and directories on top of that file system. Then your SR has been closed. Your work is done. As a Linux admin, you created a file system for the database person. It is one important work which we are going to do daily, regular manner. Whenever one person application team కూడా వచ్చాడు, ఈ రోజు ప్రదీప్ డేటాబేస్ టీం నుంచి వచ్చాడండి, రేపు చేతన్ వస్తాడు అప్లికేషన్ టీం నుంచి. వాడు అడగచ్చు నాకు ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ కావాలి, సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్. వాడికి ఏం ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ కావాలి, వాడు కూడా ఒక రిక్వెస్ట్ అలాగే ఇస్తాడు, నాకు ఇంత ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ కావాలి, ఇంత స్పేస్ కావాలి, ఓనర్ షుడ్ బి నా అప్లికేషన్ ఓనర్, వాడే యూజర్ నేమ్, వాడే గ్రూప్ కూడా ఇస్తాడు. If it is not present, you need to say, boss, this group is not present, this user is not present. If it is present, directly go ahead and create, give the ownership of that. This is one important task which you need to do as a Linux admin. If you are going as a, even if you learn a cloud also, EBS volumes అని వస్తాయండి. EBS volumes, elastic block storage. Elastic block storage, you need to attach that elastic block storage to your EC2 instance. You need to do same thing. File system creation అందుకనే చెప్పేది, Linux is a mandatory to go as a DevOps engineer or as a cloud admin. Linux is a basic thing. You need to follow this file system creation process wherever you go. Okay, you go into GCP admin, you go into AWS admin, wherever you go, Linux will be there, right? So you need to follow this, everything you need to follow. ఇది నార్మల్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ క్రియేషన్ అండి. రేపు నేను ఇదే ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ ని LVM లో ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం, LVM కి నార్మల్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్స్ కి తేడా ఏంటి అనేది రేపు మాట్లాడుకుందాం. నేను ఇప్పుడు ఒక చిన్న విషయం చెప్తాను, రేపు ఏం చేయబోతున్నాను. ఓకే, ఈరోజు ప్రదీప్ 5 GB క్రియేట్ చేయమన్నాడు. రేపు ఏం చేయమన్నాడు అంటే, రేపు హీ విల్ సే Lakshmi, okay, you created one file system 5 GB, it get full here, the usage is 80%, 90%. Okay, can you please extend this file system from 5 GB to 10 GB? 5 GB to 10 GB cheyva అని అడిగాడు. Tomorrow he will come, can you please extend this file system? If I created this file system on top of partition, if I created this file system on top of partition, it's not possible for me to extend. Okay, it's not possible for me to extend. To overcome this, there is a volume manager concept came. LVM, logical volume manager concept came. Tomorrow I will discuss how we can create this file system on top of the LVM. And once if you created this file system on top of LVM concept, then you can easily extend this file system whatever you want. Okay, 5 GB నుంచి 10 GB కి వెళ్ళొచ్చు, 10 GB నుంచి 15 GB, whatever you want you can extend this file system. Tomorrow we will discuss that topic, how we can create file system on LVM. Okay, okay Andy, that's all for today. If any doubts, ping me, call me. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow how to create this file system on top of LVM. Okay, thank you so much, thank you everyone. We'll discuss tomorrow rest of the topic. Vishwa, Prasanna, Sampath, can you please relog in once again? Okay, thank you all.